Imagine walking into a diner in 1965. If a song was playing on the jukebox, you could whistle the chorus after hearing it just once. For decades, the radio era was defined by these sharp, undeniable sequences of notes. Songwriters engineered these hits with calculated precision, using specific pitch intervals designed to trigger a direct hit of dopamine in the listener's brain. Once a producer found the right sequence, it glued itself to your memory. These sequences became inescapable earworms that defined the listening experience. If you stripped away the band, the singer, and the studio, the song survived on the sheet music alone. The written notes being played were the hook. But listen to the top of the charts today, and you will notice a distinct anomaly. Those soaring, sugary vocal choruses that used to define pop music are largely missing. This absence has led to a growing anxiety that the traditional hook is dead. The classic pop architecture is slowly dissolving into a sparser landscape. We are observing an evolutionary shift in the mechanism used to capture our attention. To understand what replaced the melody, we have to look at where music is made. Mid-century pop was born in physical rooms, constrained by the number of instruments and microphones you could fit inside a building. Today, a producer operates within an infinite digital environment. With limitless tools, producers can manipulate a property of sound called timbre. Timbre is the specific grain, texture, and sonic DNA of a noise, completely independent of its pitch. This shift started decades ago. Early electronic instruments allowed musicians to sculpt the actual shape of the sound wave, moving the focus away from which notes were played to the physical character of the sound itself. Today, that manipulation is absolute. A producer can bend the decay of an 808 subbass or distort a kick drum until its unique texture becomes instantly recognizable. A single, heavy bass hit holds as much identity as a complex piano riff. The hook now lives within the atmosphere. The physical texture of the sound is the star of the track. At the exact same time the recording studio evolved, our playback devices did too. Modern streaming platforms have entirely re-engineered how we behave as listeners. We now consume music largely through passive listening. Playlists titled Deep Focus or Late Night Vibes are designed to accompany our daily routines, not to demand our full attention. In this environment, a traditional high-energy vocal hook acts as an interruption. It breaks your concentration. Instead, listeners seek out atmospheric tracks that function as sonic wallpaper. The music creates a highly immersive environment that wraps around you without becoming intrusive. Consumers now demand a specific vibe to inhabit. To survive in an ecosystem of constant passive streaming, the hit song adapted its architecture to prioritize mood over melody. The hook has evolved from a linear sequence of notes into a spatial environment. A traditional song is a story told through a sequential line of pitches. A modern track is an environment built by stacking and layering sonic textures. We have swapped the what for the how, focusing much more on how the space between notes feels. Creating a hit today relies on the specific, lingering temperature of the sonic room you leave the listener in. Music has always been a balance. It is an interplay between the note that gets played and the empty silence that surrounds it. Digital tools provide the precision to engineer, manipulate, and ultimately appreciate that silence. The hook will always exist to capture our attention, but its power now lies in shaping the vibe rather than whistling the tune.